I would say there's about 50 collaborations under my belt, but you've got way more, haven't you?
Yeah, I do a lot because I started the Enemies project on the back of collaborating with people, and then used it as a way to get in touch with loads of people, as well as doing all the different programs and events that I've done where I normally kind of do involve myself. So I've done way over 100 with different art forms and different poets.
How's it different from working on a poem on your own? You know, like it is different.
It is different. I like it so much because I feel absolutely no sense of the personal, subjective responsibility to what actually I'm thinking about, which we were talking about the other day. Like using someone else's ideas or even their refusals or just their responses as the impetus to actually writing a poem removes yourself from the process of having to take responsibility for it almost directly, I think, which makes it so exciting and free.
Yeah, it's a much different process, but like I think for me, the interesting thing has always been that the stakes are low. I spend a lot of time convincing myself not to write something. Like if I wake up with an idea in the middle of the night, I'm just like, oh, this is a stupid idea. Just so I don't have to wake up, you know? So, and I won't write it down, and I won't do it because I don't think it's valid enough. But in the collaborative process, because of the speed, because you're bouncing ideas off, because the stakes are low, because nobody really knows who wrote what bit, because somebody else might edit it and chop it, maybe they'll find, maybe there's maybe it's a springboard for somebody else to do something, I'll jam it in a way that I wouldn't normally necessarily do. And actually I've taken that back into my own writing, and I've actually been a lot freer with it.
Wow.
It's been really helpful in that, and I just pretend when I'm writing my own poems now that I'm collaborating with somebody. And actually it helps, because it helps me get over that thing of like, it's not good enough. It's not good enough to start, because sometimes I did get a bit precious about it, I think.
Yeah, I think
about 2 years ago.
That's a huge thing. Circumnavigating self-hatred, in Ryan's case. Or superego judgment. But yeah, no, absolutely, that's a huge part of it, because you're also creating a relationship with someone in the work, in a way that you can mediate through the work. You're getting to know them in a way that perhaps is more intimate than you want to admit, because you've got the distance of the new work. But I think it solidified friendships writing with people. I really believe that.
Yeah, and writing to myself doesn't solidify anything.
No. More self-hate.
just self-loathing, neuroses. Yeah. Occasionally, I'm like, oh, I'm a genius, and then I actually read it the next day.
It's not as good as I thought it was.
I know you're going to be meeting additional poets in every city you go to, but there's a group of people going on the road with you. So who's going on the road with you?
There's Ross Sutherland. He's great. Really good. Great. Delivered a fantastic performance on our first night.
I admire him.
Nicky, yeah, we have Nicky Melville with us.
Nicky is furious.
Is he furious?
He's a furious poet. He's fantastic. But he's...
fantastically political in a really interesting way.
Very intense. Brilliant. That's
I've
true.
been really looking forward to just giving Nicky weird bits of text to fuck around with.
Yeah, absolutely. He's very good.
And he's been really fun to work with.
Always. And Colin Hurd, who's extraordinarily nice. He's a very nice person.
Not talented.
And
no, just kidding.
He's a brilliant person. He has a beautiful set of jumpers.
We've been doing a really fun piece where I've been writing erotic letters to him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so we have William Lepford with us, who's a really talented poet, and we're really lucky. I'm just super glad to be working with him.
He's a really wonderful person.
For a long time.
Yeah, full of energy. And we have Ryan Van Winkle.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Who's famous in Edinburgh, I was once told. And then I walked down the street with him once, and someone recognised him. So it seemed like it was true.
Yeah, or I live here and I know people. Yeah. And of course we have Stephen Fowler, who is, our leader, unchosen. Undemocratically elected leader.
I'm gonna sink the boat.
So nice meeting you, and I'll be in touch. Hello? Yeah, just finished. Oh no, we're totally doomed. No, we're gonna be awful. It's like asking cheese and the sun to collaborate. Our greatest struggle is probably the conceptual road trip. Some synaptic miles just without incident, pondering the pairings we put ourselves up to adopt. Bukowski and Virginia Woolf, touring the Highlands. McGonagall and the anti-McGonagall, visit the Diana Memorial Fountain. Yeah, we just throw into the void, just for such poetic considerations as, can either of us do a Dundonian accent? What better way to highlight antithesis than by failing to highlight antithesis? And also in hindsight, we probably should have just done it as Bert and Ernie. Well, I use the words witty deconstruction. Felt a meniscus of vomit gently dab at the base of my eyes. At least the venue's appropriate, if you're going to dissect the failure of dissection. Yeah, we should just prize false tissue above all else. Just imagine our myths on the slab. Nessie, Yeti, Kelpie, Lassie, Greyfriars Bobby. Why do they all rhyme? Yeah, I have no idea what we're going to do. I have literally no idea. I mean, if allegory even exists within sort of dispirited disparates, I'm not even sure we have a surtext. If we cohere, it's going to be like Baileys and Guinness, and what exactly does that prove? No, it isn't really about anything. Well, as long as we don't draw attention to that, I'll probably get away with it.
Feral bite infection would be great if it all comes off. Mind and send your line.
Great. I thought it was your turn for a line. If not, that can be the line.
No, it was you. My response.
Bruv, not that it matters, but it was your line.
Do you mind if the title is inside the actor's studio?
Well, we'll see when you send the whole lot. That's a good title.
Nicky, make the most of your trip to Aberdeen. Hi Nicky, your stay at Holiday Inn Express Aberdeen City Centre is less than a week away. We put together some useful tips and tricks to make the most of your stay. It's time to get excited about your trip to Aberdeen. Here are some recommended attractions, just for you. The results are in. You made a great choice. We collected insider advice to help you on your trip. Plan your journey door to door. Happy travelling, 1L, LOL.
Hey Nicholas, my name is Maureen. I'm the Maharaja at the Holistic Inn in Aberdeen. What seems to be the barrier of your consuming Cussington is condoning complaint. Is it because you get till full with our local seabirds? The oil and the grape, the Ferndale granola, the Stewart Jerry's is so near they north that you might die anyways. I'd fool it this forum, all will be well, and I'll come and I'll see you and later.
Hi Maureen. I liked your email. Thanks. Where are you? I'm nearby. Can we meet? I have something to show you. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
My arms hurt. When our parents die, it raises a question. If you cut... Sorry. How does... Sorry. It happens like that. Ejaculation, apology. You hold their horses in your teeth. Their neighing turns to mush in your spit. The rich tea of animal cries. There's no bread in duck heaven. In donkey heaven, there are no beaches. At the top of Carthenny Hill, eating a tiny box of cornflakes.
What goes on?
New subject.
David Cameron's face.
We will design a video game in which players must attempt to stop David Cameron's face by travelling back through time and systematically murdering all key players vaguely associated with the promotion of David Cameron's face. This game would be presented on a Game Boy, duct taped to a goat, and then said goat is then sent into schools, community centres, prisons, etc.
My turn again, don't be shy. And the idea is, what needs money? What are people missing from the arts?
Irony.
We will write a film script entitled Irony. The film will actually be about young street children in Rio learning about what it is to fall in love in a 21st century favela, but finishes with them painting a mural that says, Irony. At the end of the film, the boy or girl is killed tragically or blah blah blah.
We're out here, Colin Hurd and Ian Morrison.
Thanks, Ian.
We're going all out here. We're out on these new radio bikes.
Dear world,
Our radio bikes powered by the radio bikes, so best keep pedaling. The best keep pedaling even when the story stops.
and that's why we're out here.
Cycling to report to you.
Dear everybody.
Cycling to meet you.
Where are you?
Why not phone us?
Our fingers are on the buttons.
Not cost metal radio car, old cozy Nissan microphone into the bikes. Summerhall switchboard kept functioning by sheer pedal power.
Our feet going round and round like something like Ashbury's instruction manual.
And not just experimental ones or cozy, off-the-cuff type ones, but even ones that are highly planned and ricocheting, patterned or deeply resonant across all bows. The sort of poems where you have to remember that bow is just one tiny little fleck from tough, or even just one tiny little rotation of the very same fleck. But seriously, even those poems are really easy. And you know what's difficult? Writing songs and making films, that's really difficult. But it seems as though just like that. Which leaves us just time to ask one probing dilemma, which we will be debating tomorrow evening on the moral malaise. What windmills do you have in mind when you listen to the windmills of my mind?
painstaking we put together. I'm going to have to rush you.
I'm really going to have to encourage you to wrap this up.
You may reasons in the 45 seconds of early attempts to get to grips with the problems of 10 seconds of Scottish independence.
So I'm going to the interacting. Where do you want things to go?
Serialized police procedurals on quickly on surveillance diagrams on national state security, imagine from the bounds of the fragmented union. We're also covering.
And when we say covering,
boardwalks with Doggy Dog,
the National Health,
Dusty Bay, Dusty Springfield, breakup albums, compilation tapes, dystopic fiction, typographic dysfunction,
Morrissey, Hurts, Patty Hearst,
the Edinburgh Festival,
the Edinburgh Festival,
poetry in crisis, if it is in crisis,
the Edinburgh Festival in crisis, if it is in crisis,
Summer Hall in crisis,
if it is in crisis, Auld Enemies in crisis, if it is in crisis.
Jesus Christ. What did my invitation give birth to? Yeah, look for Ian's massively strong left leg.
Insulting. There's a thing called water wit where people would go insult each other on boats and row up and give someone an insult and then row away quickly.
Almost any action can operate as an insult signal if it is performed out of its appropriate context at the wrong time or in the wrong place.
Your bird's a goat. She's like a fawn. Never seen her with the high heels off, hobbling about in cobbled streets. Get a grip of yourself. It's substance over grace. Flat shoes means you're ready to dance. Fuck's sake, buy her a pair of plimsolls. Nice eyes though, as green as a maze, with bushes and black paths. Is that what you're looking for, big man? Do you want to get lost?
Insults, eh? Insults, is it? I'll give you insults. I'll insult you. You're as thick as two short plants of beautiful, smooth pine. When we were kids, we were better at climbing trees, except when you fell off the top of the rate tree, hitting on the branches on the way down.
I see what you're doing. Don't think I can't hear between the lines. Doesn't matter how far you stick your chest out. I can see your heart beneath it. You get that for your granda. That most carnaptious old bastard. Remember I would tap your door and he would lift up the letterbox and shout, "Fuck off!" But carnaptious doesn't mean crabbit. Crabbit means crabbit cut.
Your way with words is second to one. Is crabbit not spelled with two B's?
You're not listening to me. Carnaptious means somebody that does their own thing with complete disregard for anybody else or any outside influence.
Well, you can't argue with that.
That sounds to me like a man. And if they're doing it right, a good man. What they used to be like, when three good men would make a street.
Go on, flex your muscles. I love it when you do that. It reminds me of the story of the princess and the pea.
You're not listening to me. That's what runs in your blood. Your father had it, your sister's got it, you've got it. When your mouth's shut and no blether and shite, your actions dictate it. Have done for years. You know what I'm saying is, fucking man up. I'm talking about choice. About choosing the people that you surround yourself with.
Aye,
some of them
fine one, fuck.
Listen, some of them feed you, some of them drain you. Suckers and feeders. We're just bundles of energy. and you're like a sitting on a mountain. Don't let the fuckers take your life.
Double angry piss-coloured rainbow and a dumb passerby holding a pot of horny sleep. This is becoming a nightmare. Now my favourite app is disabled caps lock. If I get alarm clock is stuck on Edmonton time. Sega! Now there's an old sign I don't hear anymore. It takes but one metabolistic pinprick to burst a whole bad day of metaphoric speculation and leave you bloody to butt-blasting red zone by a virtual friend. Select effective vomit palette synthesis between us, save us from the stains in our shoes. Then put us in a large dark room where robots write speech which nobody reads because you must down my illustrious foray. Ant is like a man. This would be a better metaphor if we were not really people, but immortal super ants present dance, if you will. Okay, I admit it, I'll never be beautiful. And so, my wee Tiresias, I want to metaphysically dislike you with your left click, right click eyes. So that when the time comes that I finally blind you, I know that it won't be in vain.
My little double one, I want to shake your bones and cautiously let the wind take a hold of your gleeful parts, so that when you finally roll over in submission to binary, our fabled chimera is wholly plausible.
Look, my salubrious suit is 26 pieces. Like that time you told me a skittle dropped in vodka echoes a haiku's courage. You thought you were being subversive, but you were just fucking wrong, and you're trembling at your own ingenuity made me physically sick. A quarter gram of MDMA in a shot glass of Buckfast, put it in the microwave for 10 to 30 seconds, et voila, Bucky soup. Writing new work is like waiting for foul smell of agriculture to tickle your nose all pretentious like, and all this being in the world is just rubbing my nose in it. Skype me to watch me ejaculate in slow motion. I'm not trying to be shocking, but the connection's fucked. The time has come to remove my twisted necktie. Look, it makes an ampersand, which is totally pointless. Tardy or otherwise, I have a stray connective, anti-future of fortune, intent on little but ruinous waste. Paint a rich picture, then ruffle if that's how you feel. As if a glitch could save us now. As if a beat was ever interpretable. It's payback time. I will siphon up your ciphers, and once we are both nude, I'll crush your digits and your last pittance of truth with it. Words give me that look like I want to start at them and bat a living fuck out of them. Thank you.
They call me the shoveler. And when they give you a name like that, what can you do but bury your beak in the mud all day, digging for lugworms? It's not exactly a glamorous existence. And those twitchers rarely give you a second glance. They're much more interested in the ringed plovers and dunlins dancing on the strand with their exotic airs and graces.
I can get a pen in a bit and we can always...
I think I start.
Yep.
Free of charge.
Our tradition of free education.
Protect free university.
Principle of free education.
Continue to have free access.
The right to live free of discrimination.
Free personal care for the elderly.
And restored free education.
Free personal care for the elderly.
Free personal care and decent pensions.
People in free.
Free personal care.
Free prescriptions.
Free higher education.
Free concessionary travel.
Support existing tax-free.
Which could undermine prosperity, well-being and
freedom! Freedom. Protecting free education. A free, truly public service.
Delivering free personal care.
Introduce free personal care.
And introduction of free eye tests.
This government will protect free.
Will give Scotland the powers to free children.
Free university tuition.
Restore free access.
Our priorities for action.
Free.
To have free access. To privacy and to freedom of expression.
As Scots are free now.
Disease free.
Nuclear free.
Scotland will be free to design a new means of funding.
Free
movement across the border.
Freedom!
Scotland's citizens also enjoy
freedom! That government restored free.
And introduced free
rights and freedoms!
Could have made the bed, or even called a taxi. Why not? Where did we want to go? But that person was not the person I could be. Not with my father's tie in the closet, my mother's cord still wet in my mouth. For a long time, I couldn't even pick a fight with my own wife. But I could heat up a phone, crack a rotten egg down the line.
What's on today? Shetland Fiddle Frenzy.
But this is just what you deserve, really, to be honest, after cheating at Scrabble. This is what you get for trying to manage the cheat.
Just add it up.
How far were you on?
180 or something.
Can we slice your lemon?
Yeah, you're enough lemon for me, pal.
What a dramatic talk.
I don't know, man. Just got it all.
I expect this to happen.
No.
Kind of suits the landscape, huh?
Does really?
It's called pathetic fallacy or something.
Shocked by his brother's death, Jack McKevy, crime reporter, investigates a surprising rise in police suicides. A disturbing pattern of coincidences suggests that a cop killer is choosing his victims with terrible care. Coast to coast, Jack follows a trail of unusual suicide notes. He may be on to the story of a lifetime, but scarier still, the poet. That's kind of capitalised. It's the name of the murderer. The poet knows that Jack is on his trail.
Come on. It doesn't want to move.
Come on, you goose. It's trying to warn us. Don't go further on. Up there lies something you can't deal with. I know you're kind. There's been others before you.
What should I do? Just rev a bit loud.
Do not kill the local duck. That is going to have consequences.
Hey Ryan, did you catch the sports? Are you a fan of the games that will be on, the games series? What do you think will happen in the Today Sports? What team clothes are you sporting? What game is that? Who do you support? Fair enough, but who do you support again?
I watched the pride and I watched the hemorrhoid. I watched the thrust and pivot and the spectacular slam. I wear the green and white and yellow paint. I pant. I pant so hard when we get close.
Is that the team with the azure sashes and the Lego eyes? Is that the team with the deer teleport motif? The team with the majority control over 4 lucrative heavy oil projects? Is that the microscopic team discovered in certain vessels of beech and maple that causes blindness, etc.? Ryan, you will experience disappointment when the team from my local sporting area defeats the team from your local sporting area. We will ride mountains all the way to the goal. We are a basket wrapped in a goal, hidden in a hole in one. We have already painted a watercolour of us holding aloft the victory cup, and it is incredibly realistic, Ryan. We are the Kim Jong-il of sports, Ryan. Your pitch is our green screen.
Your team is a moneyed polyp on the anus of sport. Our boys play for the love, not the gold nor the cup. Our boys run for justice, truth, the fair-handed shake. And if there is a God, and if he sits with Jesus at his side, they're both cheering for us on Monday night, rain or shine.
Yes, Jesus has been playing excellently this season. He's been clinking zeppelins in the top end. He's been malleting horses match after match. He's done a very, very good job indeed. But compare his record to the attic bedroom where I've been crying for the last 4 years, and I think you'll see there's little hope of happiness for your clan of fictitious tanned characters. No sex at crunch time, not this Sunday.
They've been chumps and bums, crutches and chokers all, ankle biters, pockets full of posy, take the skirt off Carl and stick the landing. They were headless chickens, it was a bloodbath, it was fucking Roman, it was Wednesday all over again. It was the safest bet and so close.
A bomb went off in sport, Ryan. Your team just happened to be shopping for perfume in the wrong part of the mega mall.
The goalkeeper didn't get it.
Historians will tell you that the valiant are remembered, even loved. Hearts must be in the game, bodies must be flung, cities razed, wave after wave of attack. And if you can stand armed raised in a V and feel the warmth of your country's flag, you immortal.
Sounds like loser talk to me, Ryan. A profound loss. A billion-year losing streak. Townships burning in the last light of a 6th century. Death threats sung as hymns. Thank God we are sportsmen, Ryan. Thank God we are blessed with the handshake that says, good game. We can pretend that none of this is real.
Sunday. It's all part of a huge programme that's been put together by the organising committee, and Robbie's been hearing about the planning process behind the week from Vice Chair Kay McNair.
It's probably about October we started planning. Just had a few meetings then and just to see what we're going to take up and look for acts, something different. The band from South this year for the week is Sleep.
So we've reached the end, and I'll be honest, I don't really think anything I've produced is any good. I don't know. But that's not really the point. More about the relationships formed, the people I've met. I think that's what's important. It's been good. That is a fucking terrible soundbite. I'm just going to edit that out later. I think someone should write something about puffins. That could be like the central metaphor for the thing we found. Someone else can just write the epilogue later.